He was the leader of his party in the Senate, addressing the national press, when suddenly, nothing. He froze, staring blankly for 30 unnerving seconds as his colleagues looked on in concern. It was a stark and public reminder that even the most powerful leaders are not immune to sudden medical emergencies. From the floor of the House of Representatives to live television interviews, a number of public figures have faced their most vulnerable moments with the world watching. Today, we're looking at the shocking moments when politicians and public figures suffered serious medical events in front of a live audience. Mitch McConnell. In July 2023, the nation's press corps was gathered for a routine press conference with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. The veteran Kentucky senator was mid-sentence, discussing the annual defense bill, when he suddenly fell silent.
This week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
For a deeply unsettling 30 seconds, McConnell froze completely, staring blankly ahead, unable to speak. His concerned colleagues, standing beside him, quickly realized something was wrong. Senator John Brazeau leaned in, asking if he was okay, before others gently guided the unresponsive senator away from the podium, leaving a room full of reporters and a national television audience stunned and deeply concerned for his health. Major General faints. During a televised debate in 2006, Canadian politician and then leader of the New Democratic Party, Jack Layton, experienced a startling medical event. In the middle of a sentence, Layton suddenly faltered, his speech becoming slurred and his face appearing to droop. He visibly struggled to regain his composure, attempting to continue his point, but unable to form the words clearly. Though he managed to stay on his feet and finish the debate, the incident was a clear and public sign of a serious health issue. It was later revealed that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and while this specific on-air moment was not officially confirmed as a stroke, it remains a poignant example of a politician's health struggle playing out before a live audience. Ron Paul. In September 2020, during a live-streamed event, former Texas Congressman and presidential candidate Ron Paul was in the middle of a discussion about the economy when his speech suddenly began to break down. The then 85-year-old politician started to slur his words, appearing disoriented and unable to articulate his thoughts clearly.
It has to be liquidated. We have to get rid of that. That's a burden. We can barely
The host of the live stream, visibly concerned, tried to get his attention, asking, "Dr. Paul?"
Is Dr. Paul?
As the congressman seemed to struggle. The concerning episode, which was widely suspected to be a minor stroke, ended quickly, and Paul was later hospitalized as a precaution, though he fortunately made a swift recovery. Minnesota Governor Dayton. In January 2017, Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton was delivering his State of the State address to a packed room of legislators and media. He was speaking passionately about the Affordable Care Act, detailing the devastating premium increases faced by a local family when he reached for a bottle of water. Seconds later, his speech began to slur, and he appeared to lose his balance.
But despite that awful cost.
Before anyone could react, the governor collapsed at the podium, slumping forward as horrified aides and fellow politicians rushed to his side, shouting, "Get him to the ground, please!"
Get him to the ground. Get him to the ground, please.
As the live broadcast captured the dramatic scene, he later recovered and, after a series of tests, his office announced the collapse was due to fainting, not a stroke. Denmark official. In a moment that captured the intense pressure of global health policy during the pandemic, a major press conference was held in Denmark. The subject of the live broadcast was the country's significant and controversial decision to completely stop using the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. As the event unfolded, the head of the Danish Medicines Agency, Tanja Eriksson, was on stage with other officials. Suddenly, without warning, she fainted and collapsed in front of the live television cameras. The shocking incident immediately halted the press conference. Ms. Erickson was subsequently taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure to be evaluated by medical staff. Fortunately, the agency later released a statement confirming that she had since recovered from the on-air medical emergency. Burkina Faso Foreign Minister. International diplomacy often involves high-stakes press conferences, but a 2017 meeting in Turkey took a terrifying turn. Burkina Faso's foreign minister, Alfa Barry, was standing at a podium alongside his Turkish counterpart for a joint press conference. Suddenly, as his colleague spoke, Barry began to sway, appearing unwell. Before anyone could fully grasp the situation, he collapsed backward, falling to the ground as aides and officials rushed to his side in a panic. He was quickly helped up and escorted from the room, with the startling medical emergency captured by the international press. Serbian minister. In a frightening moment broadcast on live television, Serbia's Minister of Investments, Darko Glicic, suffered a sudden stroke during an interview. The on-air discussion was abruptly halted as the minister experienced the medical emergency. He was immediately rushed to the hospital where he was reported to be in serious condition following the incident. Shocking moment. During a live interview on Fox Business, another high-profile senator appeared to suffer a concerning medical episode. Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana was speaking with host Larry Kudlow when he suddenly stopped mid-sentence and froze, staring silently. As the awkward seconds ticked by, Kudlow, attempting to cover for the senator, attributed the pause to a technical mic problem. However, the on-air freeze was so pronounced it immediately sparked speculation. Senator Kennedy's office later clarified the incident, explaining to the Daily Mail that a malfunction in his earpiece had created a deafening sound, like a 747 taking off, which caused him to momentarily lose his train of thought. Politician. On a Monday afternoon, the floor of the House of Representatives was the scene of a frightening medical emergency. Democratic Congressman John Larson, 76, was delivering a 5-minute speech about Social Security when he suddenly froze mid-sentence. The Connecticut representative stopped talking, and his eyes widened, and though he attempted to power through the rest of his speech,
and challenge us.
His pace was noticeably slower and his voice quieter. The incident immediately sparked concerns that he had suffered a stroke on live television. Hillary Clinton. During the 2016 presidential campaign, a moment of intense public concern unfolded at a September 11th commemoration ceremony in New York City. Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton was in attendance when she abruptly left the event. Video quickly surfaced showing the former Secretary of State being supported by aides as she appeared to stumble and collapse while trying to get into a van. Her campaign initially stated that she had overheated in the warm weather. The incident, which was described as a medical episode, fueled intense speculation and questions about her health and stamina just weeks before the election, creating a major and unexpected challenge for her campaign. Cameron Kinsey. Live television can be an unforgiving environment, and in a shocking on-air moment, Fox News political commentator Cameron Kinsey experienced a sudden medical emergency. During a panel discussion on Fox News at night, the former Trump White House official was mid-sentence when she suddenly lost consciousness. Viewers watched, stunned, as she slumped to the studio floor without warning. The host, Jonathan Hunt, immediately cut to a commercial break as crew members rushed to her aid. The clip of her fainting quickly went viral on social media, sparking a wave of concern from viewers for her well-being. Portuguese president. A national holiday celebration in Portugal took a dramatic turn when the country's president suffered a medical emergency in front of a military audience. President Aníbal Cavaco Silva was delivering a speech during the country's National Day ceremonies when he suddenly fainted and collapsed on stage. Aides and military officials rushed to his side to help him as the event was broadcast live. Despite the concerning collapse, the president demonstrated his resilience. After being helped off stage and resting for about half an hour, he returned to the podium to conclude his speech, reassuring a stunned nation. Liberal MP. It was a tense day in Canada's House of Commons when the session was brought to a shocking halt by a medical emergency. As one member of parliament was delivering a speech about the nation's trade agreements, Liberal MP Kamal Khera, who was seated nearby, suddenly collapsed. The proceedings were immediately suspended as fellow parliamentarians, including several who were doctors, rushed to her side to provide aid. The frightening incident served as a stark reminder of the intense pressure faced by public servants and the shared humanity that transcends political divides as members from all parties came together to care for their colleague. Quebec Senator. Another terrifying medical incident unfolded in Canada's Red Chamber, this time involving Senator Patrick Brazeau. Shortly after rising to address his fellow senators, the Quebec representative suddenly collapsed. The session was thrown into disarray as paramedics were called and rushed to the chamber to provide medical assistance. A spokesperson for the Senate later confirmed that Brazeau had a medical incident and, after being examined by the emergency responders, appeared to be recovering. Russian TV journalist. An interview in Russia took a terrifying turn when a television journalist suddenly collapsed while speaking with a government official. The journalist was in the middle of asking a question to one of President Putin's ministers when she began to sway on her feet. A man in a suit standing nearby noticed her distress and immediately reacted, catching her as she fainted and fell backward. The dramatic moment was captured on camera as the official helped support the journalist, preventing her from hitting the ground. These moments are a powerful reminder of the immense pressure public figures face and the shared human vulnerability that lies beneath the political surface. Which of these on-air medical moments did you find the most shocking? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video informative, please like it, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more content.